portion of Korach's famous story about the rebellion of Korach. Question is asked concerning the juxtaposition of last week's portion and this week's. At the end of last week's portion, talked about the mitzvah of tzitzis, the fringes which are worn on the corner of clothing. The Medrash relates that Korach came with a query. It says that you need to have one thread of blue hanging off of each corner. If that be the case, what happens if the garment is totally made of blue? It should not need the one thread. This was his way of showing Moses that Moses didn't know what he was talking about when it came to the Torah. There are 613 commandments. Why is it that Korach picked on the commandment of tzitzis specifically? It's explained in Chasidic what tzitzis accomplishes. Tzitzis envelop the person, and the threads come down through a hole on the corner. This analogizes two types of godly forces which are involved with the creating of the world. An encompassing godly force, which is drawn down and internalized when we do the mitzvahs. What was it that Korach really wanted to do was to offer up the incense on the altar. What did the incense do? The incense formed a cloud, you might say, which was enveloping, and then was internalized through the offering of the sacrifices on the outer altar. So we see that there is a parallel with his complaint to what he wanted to accomplish. How does this have any forbearance and reverence to us? We need to know that godliness is indeed abounding around us. And we were given the tools, the various commandments which we are able to perform, which allows that abounding level of godliness to be internalized. We don't need special permission or have special status like an Aaron or a Moses or even a Korach. We get to do it because we can. For the YouParsha, I'm Herschel Finman.